welcome to Nimbatus. I think that's how you say it. Nimbatus, the drone constructor. This is a space game, and I play a lot of space games. If you're watching this channel or sub to it, you probably like space games. So I figured you might like Nimbatus. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't know. Anyway, in this game, you build drones or spaceships and collect parts, build new drones, rinse and repeat. So it's kind of a spaceship construction game. It's pretty fun. We're going to go through it and, you can see what it's like. I'm not going to try out multiplayer. I already did the tutorial and played some of the games, so I'm not going to go through that again. So let's get into it. We'll start a new game. There's sandbox mode, survival, different difficulties, and they affect the numbers down here. We're just going to do normal. I'm not good enough for hard. I already know that. All right, so you get to choose a class, basically, or a captain, as Nimbatus calls it. Heavyweight, pilot, miner, researcher, engineer, and programmer. So programmer apparently lets you have all unlimited things, but only autonomous drones. That sounds pretty cool, actually. I may have to try that at some point. I like the autonomous part because you'll see how bad I am at playing this game. But each class gives you some sort of benefit and also dictates your starting items. So, what did I choose before? Pilot's all right. I always like the miner. I'm an industrious sort. Okay, so this is kind of the main map you start out at. Your goal here is we're going to want to get through these planets, get down here to this wormhole to jump, and then rinse and repeat. On these planets are all sorts of missions. If you fail the missions, there's this thing called threat level. Then there's this big bad entity called the Corp, which is kind of fighting you, so you have to deal with their attacks. But, for example, let's take a look at this mission, locate the black box. We haven't done it yet, it's incomplete. We'll get 2 cooler units and 3 common weapon. So, with the locate the black box mission, that is mainly shooting loot until it reveals the black box. So, we first have to make a drone. So the drone interface is actually pretty cool. They did a really nice job. This is kind of the front. There's all sorts of controls. To start, though, we'll start pretty simple. We'll put a thruster on here. And then, if you notice on the left here, activate. So to activate the thruster, you can use the W key. This can be changed to kind of however you want it. To make things nice and symmetrical here. Okay, that's A and D, and they're all pointing this way, and then you can do a test flight. So there's a whole test system. Whee! Very basic drone. You can change gravity, air resistance. You can add enemies. You can pretend you're on a planet, do races. So if you really like building things, then, this might be a good game for you. You can zoom in, nice little particle effects. Okay, for our mission, we're going to need to shoot stuff. So let's put some kinetic blasters on here. All right, save and exit. To launch the drone, it generates 4% threat. All right, let's try this out. Okay, so we are in the game world. The lasers are attached to the cursor. I'm controlling everything with the keyboard. Everything is destructible, except I forgot to map. I forgot to map my weapon keys. All right, so we'll return to hangar. that's going to cost us in threat, but it's a good learning experience. So to shoot, let's use left mouse button. Shoot, left mouse button. Actually, I didn't forget to assign the keys. I forgot to give it a battery. So the kinetic weapons run off a battery. And that's why they wouldn't shoot. See, now we're going from 4% to 8% threat. If you're a frames per second type person, I'm getting several hundred frames per second. 278, according to my measurement. Okay, so now we're going to be flying around looking for things to shoot. If I put the bigger thrusters on this, I'd move quicker. But the gravity's not too bad, so we're just, there we go. So we're looking for these boxes down here. We'll go ahead and shoot them. Oh, look at that. Someone's attacking me. So there are things that will fight back in this game. And you can mine material. So see that gold thing down there? Down here, you can mine that for resources. Alright, we discovered the black box. We can go back to the ship. And now we get a little box that has our rewards. So we got 3 long lasers and those 2 coolers. Very nice. Alright, let's take a look at our drone real quick. So we can go to our drone. We can make new drones. We can edit existing. So now we have these bio lasers. But I don't think I have fuel for them. What is that? It's over here, bio. Use to terraform planets. I don't know if I need... Let's see. Let's try to put this on there and see what happens. Zzz. Okay, so that does work. Alright, we'll put 2 of them on there. I think this runs on battery. I'm not quite sure if it runs on battery or fuel. But this is we're going to go in with the next mission. So we can choose this planet, and we have to destroy the Corp transmitter. A transmitter supplies the Corp with intelligence gathered in the system. Find out and put it out of commission, but watch out as it may be protected. Alright. So, threat is increasing. Eventually the Corp, when the threat gets high enough, we're going to have to deal with them. There's also other kind of random events in the game. Your batteries will recharge. Your fuel will not. So we're gonna... I definitely should have put a bigger thruster on here. And this laser actually builds land instead of destroys it. See, that was interactable. Can build land. I don't know why I do that yet. Maybe at some point later in the game. Oh, is this thing going to be on the whole opposite side of the planet? I am definitely not good enough yet to start. Oh no. Come on, gravity, do your thing. I have gotten stuck in this game, so you do have to be kind of careful sometimes. I don't have a rear thruster on here to reverse. There it is. So you can see we're coming up on the Corp transmitter, and there's definitely going to be some enemy activity. Oh. So I can use that laser to boost myself up. That's kind of cool. Oh, come on. I kind of threw that laser at him. Back up. Back up. Alright, I gotta get some... And I lost my lasers. So, this is going to be a loss. But as you can see, the combat can get pretty crazy. But that's what I want to destroy. So, I need a better drone. Okay, well, now we're a little farther in the game. We have beehives to destroy, and there's a garage. So the garage is where you can fix your ship. So see up here at the top, you can fix your hull. When your hull reaches 0, it's lost, and the whole stuff happens when the corp attacks. There's more missions where you can get tritium, which is used for the hull. And then you can also visit other places. What do we got down here? Another shop. So shops, all sorts of different items, like TNT. So there's just a wealth of items. These are boom bugs. Collect fossils. So there's a variety of missions, but you know, the kind of a gameplay loop is pretty much what we're looking at here. And this is my mid-game drone, which is very ugly, mainly because I'm trying to use these VTOL thrusters, which basically allow you to rotate automatically towards your target, but they require a lot of fuel, and they aren't working as well as I'd like. So we're going to go ahead and get those out of there, which means we don't need all these fuel tanks. So let's go. We're going to go ahead and put on our old kind of setup here. Let's do a test flight to make sure things are working as we want. Also notice I have a rocket launcher now. I have that assigned to the right key. And I have those short-range lasers. So let's try this out. We're getting really high to the corp limit. We're getting higher to the corp limit, though. So we're going to run into some trouble pretty soon. I really need a better fuel tank. I just haven't come across a mission that granted me them yet. Alright, so this one we're just doing black box stuff. There we go. The laser's heated up. That's really cool. And my ship heats up too. I think there are cooling devices that help manage the heat. I'm getting a little better at driving around. I really want to get those VTOL thrusters to work. Sometimes when you roll, you gotta go with it. And we got it. So we did that mission. We got some tritium and some flippers. I'm not sure what flippers do. Let's head to the last one. Oh, I hate the corp transmitter missions. Let's head to the garage. We'll check out the garage. I won't even try to say that name. So here we can do upgrades and repair. What do we have? We have 700 tritium. And we have 5. So uno botanium is what you use to repair the hull. So let's see what we got here. Bridge lets you see more information on the galaxy map. Storage makes sense. Stealth decreases threat. That could be useful. Sensors removes fog, and fabrication reduces deploy cost. So, you know, I like the idea of bridge. Okay. So now, if we want, we could head down to this way, to the second galaxy. That's going to give us a bunch of threat. We could do another mission. We could head over to this part of the part of this. Let's do that. We'll see what happens with the Corp, too. We're at 91.7% chance. See, here's the Corp. And they basically remove a hull. So it's all about balancing your activities with threat. Let's send in the drones. I really that autonomous mode sounds pretty interesting. I may have to check that out in another video. Oh, this is a Corp transmitter. This is where I would deposit any sort of. These are like space bees. I'm not here for the bees. We're here for the transmitter. Uh-oh, we lost a thruster. This is going to be a challenge. Can I avoid those, or will they just come get me? Uh-oh. Not in a good spot here. Can I outrun them? These pulse lasers, or these lasers are good at taking them out at least. There is our target. We are running on empty here. Come on, we somehow get out of this. Oh, they keep spawning. And we are done. We failed. So that is kind of the basic gameplay of this game. It's pretty interesting. I mean, this is only a fraction of what's here. Obviously, there's a lot more to the game, and with the different options you have with classes and build and equipment, there's quite a lot going on. And it's a bit of a roguelike kind of game too. So if that is kind of game you like, you should definitely give this a try. It's on early access. It's a definitely, I like the graphics. Gameplay's fun. I'm just not good at handling my drones yet. I think just need more practice and to better understand all the different parts that are available. There's a lot of replay value with this, a lot to explore. So if it's kind of your kind of thing, give it a shot. All right, that's it for this. Thanks for watching.